Okay, let's take a look at the Zeri spotlight. I haven't seen this, so this is gonna be new to me. She seemed okay, but let's see what she really does. Let's take a
As
look.
Zaun's living battery, Zeri uses her electric powers to charge herself and her weapons for any situation. Full of spark and energy, Zeri electrifies those around her when no one else will. Her foot is
Oh, I want to also point out why the E? I'm assuming this is gonna be on her E. The freaking wall slide. Why is that on her E? And like, why is that even a move she has? She's an 80 carry. Why would she want to be in the fight like that? To get where? Like what? I don't understand. A little weird move.
always on the pedal, speeding and zapping around the battlefield with ease.
Cool.
This current has a short fuse, but even against impossible odds, she refuses to give up.
Lightning in a gun coming through.
At least you don't got 15,000 damage, which you know I'm cool with.
So get ready to swim with the sparks.
At least as
Welcome
far as
to the
I know.
Zeri Champion Spotlight.
It's a Borderlands gun. What the hell?
Zeri's passive is living
shit
battery.
kicker when I see it.
damaging enemy shields, Zeri shields herself for a portion of the damage dealt.
Wow.
Any shield Zeri gains grants her a brief movement speed boost.
No slowing down.
Zeri volts things up with her Q, Burst Fire. Rather than a traditional basic attack, Zeri fires a barrage of 7 rounds that damages the first enemy hit. It has an incredibly low cooldown that scales with attack speed and no mana cost. Burst Fire will also crit and apply on hit effects. For all intents and purposes,
boy.
her Q is a basic attack skill shot. Burst Fire's passive turns her actual basic attack into an ability, meaning it applies spell effects like Riley's
so it's
Crystal
like a
Scepter,
toggle.
but not attack effects like crits or Sheen. This ability can be charged by moving and casting Burst Fire, dealing massively increased damage and slowing at full charge. It also deals extra damage to low health enemies, making last hitting minions a little easier. But be careful because attacks drain charge, delaying her access to that big chunk of bonus damage.
Got the fuel up.
Ah.
Zeri's
Okay.
W is Ultra Shock Laser, an electric pulse that damages and slows the first enemy hit. When the pulse is targeted through terrain, it widens and extends into
Hold on. What? What? What was that? Hold on. How you?
an ultra.
Was that a Lux laser? What was
hit.
that?
When the pulse is targeted through terrain, it widens and extends into an ultra
What
enemy hit.
the
When the pulse is
When the pulse is through terrain? Was he a jungler? Is this an ADC jungler? What the Look at that.
targeted through terrain, it widens and extends into an ultra shocking
my
laser
God.
that hits multiple enemies. Zeri's E is Spark Surge. After dashing a short distance, her next 3 salvos of burst fire will pierce, damaging enemies beyond the first. Attacks and abilities on enemy champions reduce Spark Surge's cooldown. Zeri can surge across any terrain she touches, no matter how wide. While skating over terrain, cast Ultra Shock Laser for more voltage.
Got him.
Zeri's
Yo, so
ultimate
she's
is
a
Lightning
jungler.
Crash, which unleashes an electric nova that damages nearby enemies. Hitting an enemy champion grants Overcharge, which gives increased attack speed, bonus on hit damage, and a chain lightning effect on burst fire. Overcharge also stacks, providing increased movement speed per stack of Overcharge. Attacks and abilities on enemy champions add stacks and extend Overcharge's duration to ramp up the movement speed buff further, which
Yo,
lets her
that's
kill
kinda
enemies in a
sick.
flash. Or without it.
Got to hurry. People need my spark.
That's kind of sick.
While you might be ecstatic to attack, be cautious with excessive auto-attacking and draining your charge. Instead, use abilities and kite enemy champions for fully charged slow, then rail them down without a sweat.
Come on, Zeri. Fight to win. Remember that.
Jesus,
If you
she's
spot
barely
your
got
team in
that
trouble,
kill.
Spark Surge is a great tool to swiftly
Hold on.
join
Did he even use his E?
and rail them down without a sweat.
Come on, Zeri.
And
Hold on.
kite enemy champions for fully charged and draining your charge.
This ain't even a real
Instead,
game. Hold
use
on.
abilities and kite enemy champions for fully charged slow,
What
then
the hell
rail
would
them
he
down without a
dodge?
sweat.
Come on, Zeri. Fight to win. Remember
Nah,
that.
she barely got that kill.
If you spot your team in trouble, Spark Surge is a great tool to swiftly join the fight. Target some terrain to skate over, and right before you land, cast Ultra Shock Laser for an electrifying entrance. Being a literal battery has its positives, especially in rapid-fire moments. Lightning
That didn't
Crash
do too much
being a literal
damage.
battery has
at
its
this.
positives, especially in
Look at that. That ain't even. Why are we not in 1080p? Look at that though.
battery has its positives,
Look at that.
especially
Look at that.
in rapid-fire
That didn't even
moments.
do much.
Being a literal battery has its
Look at this.
positives, especially in
That didn't do no
rapid-fire
damage.
moments. Lightning Crash early in fights and keep overcharged stacks up with abilities and charged attacks.
should've murked
With
her.
all that extra move speed, skating circles around
That
the
was a
enemy
real
team
game,
is
she'd
a
have died.
breeze.
Look at them scramble.
Stop
We
capping.
crushed
Right.
it.
You know she'd have freaking got
Even
murked
if
right
a
there.
situation
Come on
looks
now.
dire, Zeri can turn the tides with a multi-target Lightning Crash.
Fights getting messy. At least I'm consistent.
Dead.
With overcharged
Ooh, good
speed,
flash.
use Static Surge to quickly reposition yourself and provide burst fire support from a safer position. Like a familiar shiv, chain damage among enemies and speed your way to victory. Lightning always strikes twice, or 3 to 7 times. Uncover more about the Spark
the
of Zon
skin?
in the links
That's the
below.
withered. That's the withered. Whatever rose. I mean, I'm just glad she's just not another. I mean, she's still an anime chick, like we've gotten 1,000 times. But at least she not. At least she wearing clothes. All right, I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm not gonna play her, but it'd be cool to see the stupid shit my team does with her and skating to death, and then watch her go 1-12 and then blame her.